All right, good evening, YouTube. This is JS Miner 87 coming at you live from the Berg, guys. Usually when you see my ugly face first, that means one thing: solo show for JS Miner 87 here on the DFS Quarry channel. So, housekeeping work. I'm getting better at remembering this stuff. Please, if you're new to the video, like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up there, if you will. Leave your comments, good, bad, whatever you need. And yeah, like I said, we're gonna go through a slate. I'm gonna go right back to the screen share. And yeah, hey, Raiders already bright and early in the chat. Great to see you, Raiders. I know it's been a while. And yeah, I'm trying to get ready, get pumped for the season here though on the Buccos. You know, hey, at least it's a sporting event. You can get cheap tickets and get down to the ballpark and enjoy a nice afternoon at the ballpark. So, overall lineups here, looking pretty good early on. I do got one lineup where I always get bummed out. I'm like, man, I'm in next to last, and only to realize I have two guys playing right now. A lot on the late slate games on the other lineup. I played two different lineups, and one's doing real well for me here. Looks like I'm cashing in every contest. I think I got 5. And then these 2 that I'm doing, hopefully it's a good late game. That's Chicago, and I think I did a game stack on the Chicago game. So let's get into it. Raiders wants to know what to play tomorrow, and then we're going to tell them here right to the screen share. And we'll get started. Let me make sure we are up and at it, Raiders. All right, looking like we're good here, guys. All right, first game up on the slate tomorrow. We got the Toronto Maple Leafs heading to New York to take on the New York Islanders. Toronto's a 110 road favorite with a 6.0 on the over-under here. Looking at, let's go right to home stats here first, just to get it under here. The Islanders, 18-8-4. I got a little bit of, I don't know why my phone sound. There we go. All right, so yeah, 18-8-4 here with a 3.0 goals for, 2.2 goals against, 24th best power play, getting 3.3 chances per game. 20th best penalty kill, taking about 2.87 penalties per game. Looking on the road here, Toronto, 19-8-3, 3.6 goals for, 2.9 goals against. The 11th best power play, getting 3 power plays per game, taking 2.87 penalties per game for a penalty kill, 10th best. So, 2 good stats here, guys. 2 good even teams here, even strength-wise here. Let's go down and check, shall we? So we got Toronto. Toronto 6-3-1 in their past 10 games here. They are playing tonight. 282 shots for, 279 shots against, 279 scoring chance against, which happens to be best, or scoring chances for, sorry. Best in the league, scoring chance goals for, 24. High danger goals for, 18. So some good stats there for the Toronto from an even strength gameplay here. Yeah, I figured Toronto was going to win that game with ease. So, but tomorrow, a different story here. Looking at the Islanders here, not taking a lot of shots here. 226 even strength shots, only giving up 259 shots against here. Goals against is near the best in the league with 16 goals against even strength. 198 scoring chances, so not near the top there. 236 scoring chances against here. So overall, you're going to a very good Toronto offense on even strength going up against a very good defensive even strength team of the Islanders. So overall, you know, while I keep looking here at some stats here, I almost want to fade this game. We know what the Islanders have done defensively. You just haven't seen a lot of DFS action against the Islanders. But, yeah, we can look here. usually when I'm looking on the power play, I just want to see how many goals for. So Toronto's got 7 power play goals, certainly getting a lot of shots on the power play. Islanders here have 5 power play goals on 40 shots. So, middle of the league on both of those. And then you go here, penalty kill. The Islanders, 5 power play goals against them, while Toronto has 6 power play goals against them. So overall, pretty looks like a pretty even matchup here. So let's go to the Islanders just to see what we got here. Anders Lee back up on that first line here. I think he was third line. No, Beauvillier was the third liner. Yeah, Anders Lee, 3 goals on 18 shots at 5,200. You do get, from a secondary scoring chance here. Brock Nelson and Anders Lee do come in at an affordable second pair, your secondary guys. And they've been known to score. I don't want to say their stats are terrible over the year. They're not, but they're just not that first tier kind of play. Barzal here, 5,500. I'm saying fade him against Toronto, even strength here. And then Josh Bailey on that third line with Valtteri Filppula. Another play. Not sure I'm getting there tomorrow. And these here guys are, they're kind of interesting picks. Cizikas at 3,600, though, is a fourth line guy. I'm not getting there either here. Usually the fourth line, I'm looking for Clutterbuck's price tag here, about $3K. Defensively here, Boychuk here, 14 blocks, 5 shots, 3 assists. I could get the Boychuk, and I could get the Ryan Pulock here. I'm probably not going to tomorrow, but just showing you where my interest is in this game. Certainly goalie-wise here, I'm going to keep the Islanders goalie in play. Let's check starting lineup, see who we have projected here. We do got Lehner projected. So Lehner here, 7,900, 2-1-1 with a shutout in the past 5. I like Lehner here. Going to Toronto, we got the first and second line each getting a great look here. I played Johnson tonight, Andreas Johnson, however you want to pronounce it. 2 goals tonight. He's got like 8 fantasy points, so a great play with both Matthews and Kapanen. Kapanen, I think all his points came in the last game before tonight. So I said not to play Kapanen the other night. Sure enough, he goes off. It was the night I had that was bad. And certainly Hyman, Tavares, Marner could be in play here. Like I said, these are your plays if you're going to play them. I'm most likely, not taking much more than 2 guys here in this game, just because, we know the Islanders can hold teams down to 2-3 goals, and and they don't give up as many shots here. So those reasons are why I'm kind of going to fade this. Maybe even just take a Morgan Rielly kind of play here on the safe side, especially getting that power play time in a lot of minutes. That might be my only play out of this game on the Toronto side. But, Anderson for me, Garret Sparks. Sorry, I thought it'd say. So Garret Sparks is the goalie for Toronto here, and hasn't played in 5 games, which makes me like going back to the Islanders a little bit more. Maybe he's rusty from not playing in so long, and maybe we can exploit him, especially on Toronto on a back-to-back. But certainly I don't think they're tired, as they've taken care of Edmonton quite easily tonight. Next game up on the slate here, we got the Philadelphia Flyers taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. Columbus is a 180 home favorite, that is. And it's an over-under of 6. Certainly, as we know, Columbus, a lot of talk lately, making a lot of deals at the deadline. Interesting here, right off the bat, I see today they have Luc Dubois back up on that first line with Panarin and Atkinson. Didn't expect to see that. Almost like they're just putting Zingle and Duchene back together here. I do want to go in. I do want to exploit this game here for sure. I could easily see my primary stack coming from the Columbus side of things, especially after a 5-2 win or loss, I should say, coming at the hands of the Penguins. A game they would have really liked to win. So Atkinson here, Panarin here. I don't mind that it's 7,507K because I think they're going to produce in that spot. If I want Dzingel or Duchene, I'm going to make sure they're on that power play with Panarin and Atkinson. So you see here, it would be Duchene. A little pricey for my liking. Maybe I would go to Werenski and fade one of these guys. You know, maybe it's Panarin that I fade out and run Duchene, Atkinson, in a Zach Werenski kind of first power play look. But let's check here before I go too deep here. Philadelphia giving up 5 power play goals in the last 10 games. But look here, scoring chances against, only giving up 18. 18, best in the league scoring chances against. So, and only 3 high danger chances. So maybe I don't want to exploit that penalty or that power play unit as much, which makes me go back to the Atkinson, Panarin, and totally leaving out Dzingel or Duchene. Or you go to the second line and stack your Duchene as a Dzingel. Power plays here, guys. We see, let's go to Columbus. 4 goals, 4 on the power play. Not very good, actually, in the past 10 games. Let's go down to the Flyers team. They got 6 goals, 4 on the power play, 55 shots, which is near the top in the league. So they are taking a lot of shots here on the power play for the Philadelphia Flyers. The Flyers here giving up a lot of shots. So, you know, definitely Atkinson will see probably 5 shots on goal, if not 5+. So at that number there. And you go up here, like I said, Columbus giving up 247, not as many shots, but they've taken 272. So Columbus still giving up the high danger. Now, they're not giving up high danger chances. About middle of the pack in high danger chances themselves. Middle of the pack in high danger goals for. And better in the league in high danger goals against. So some stats that look promising for Columbus here. And like I said, let's look here. Columbus 6-4 in their past 10 to Philly 6-3-1. So I really am on the Columbus side. And since we know that Atkinson is a shooter, Atkinson, I really do want him in my lineup. And I probably would pair him with Panarin tomorrow. I do have interest in the goalie here for Columbus. Let's take a look and see. It's projected to be Bobrovsky as of 8 hours ago. Elliott is in net for the Flyers. Looking at this Flyers team, as you know, they lost Simmons here to get Ryan Hartman from the Nashville Predators. So, really, you look, you know, the second line. Look at Oscar Lindblom's production here. 4 goals and assists, 21 shots. Certainly makes it an affordable second pair if you pair him with Boychuk. You know, you might need to go low 3s on your defense if you put these guys as your secondary pair. But this is a good numbers, guys. 6,100 for 4 points and 19 shots. Lindblom, 21 shots and 5 points for 4,500. So these are great guys to put in your lineups. So like I said, they do get a lot of shots on the power play. So I think you can look at a little bit of exploiting there. You got Voracek at that first power play unit. But like I said, I keep Lindblom in there. Even though they're not on the same power play, I think they're going to pair well on that second line for an affordable second stack. Giroux here with Konechny. I don't know if I'm going there. I could even say run Couturier with Lindblom if you wanted to look at running this for a main stack kind of GPP aspect of a play. All right, so that's where I'm at here defensively. We expected more from this defense early on in the season, to be quite frank with you guys. I thought Gostisbehere was going to be a better guy. I thought Provorov played well, but these guys are more of a fade for me. Sanheim here at 4,200 has been consistent on the score sheet, and I've played him several times. So Travis Sanheim's where I would look to if I'm going to play a Philadelphia defense. And Brian Elliott here certainly has played well in the past couple games, but I'm leaving out Elliott on my lineup just because I do look for the Blue Jackets to bounce back at home. Next game up on the slate, we got the Tampa Bay Lightning traveling to Boston Bruins here. Boston, a 115 home favorite with an over-under of 6 again in this one. So for me, I have to say it's going to be Boston side here. These guys, as much as I always think they're going to fade out and not get there, they're really good, you guys. 26 goals for, 16 goals against. So defensively here, guys, they are, every green stat you see is a defensive stat here. 226 even strength shots. Top 3 in the league here. 16 goals against on even strength. Top 3 in the league again. Scoring chance goals against 12. Top 3 in the league again. I mean, they're really playing great defensively here. On the power play, you see 8 goals for. Giving up a lot of shorthanded shots against them. Keep that in note. I think actually the other day, Toronto had a shorthanded goal, if I recall right. And you see here on the power play, Tampa Bay, 11 power play goals here on 38 shots. Look at that. Look at that shooting, guys. That's almost 33% shooting percentage on the power play for Tampa. So that's great news there. Now, is Boston giving up? They give up 5 here. And then here's where you're going to see goals for shorthanded. Yeah, there was 1 shorthanded goal by Tampa, 2 shorthanded goals by Boston here. But Boston, that second line's been real productive at a cheap price lately with Krejci here and adding Johansson and DeBrusque. This second line is juicy. It is juicy, and going up against, it's probably going to be, who's their back? Yeah, Domingue here. I'm okay to exploit that. Tuukka Rask is confirmed for Boston. So it's the first line. It's the second line. Tomorrow, like I said, for me, it's a second line. It's the second line for me. And they haven't, just when I think they're going to slow down, they don't. So defensively here, I don't know if I'm going to get to McAvoy or Krug here. Like I said, I'm probably going to look for mid-3s and under on my defensive costs. So certainly here you see DeBrusque getting that first power play time. You get Krejci and you get Johansson on that second power play. So good things to like here. Rask is in play for me with Tampa on a back-to-back. Sorry, excuse me here. So you look here. If I'm going Tampa here, it's going to be Kucherov and Point and Tyler Johnson. Again on the second line. Stamkos, I tend to fade each and every time. On the road, Yanni Gourde here, 4,600. Wouldn't mind taking a stab there on that second power play line with in like a higher GPP type league, especially if you're going to run Johnson here. You get Johnson and Gourde, and should you think? I mean, I don't think I'm getting there. Like I said, I kind of see Boston winning this one. Defensively here, I played Dan Girardi today. What a benefit. Got a goal out of him. First goal in a while. So 2,900, Dan Girardi paid off for me. Victor Hedman, another great play as well. So, and no Luis Domingue for me. Not against this Boston team. Let's keep going here. Ottawa Senators taking on the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton is a 145 road favorite with a 6.0 over under here. We've seen Edmonton here just give up, I believe, 6 goals here. Is Pastrnak going to be back in? Raiders, because Pastrnak, I know he had that non-hockey incident with it was his hand or something. I forget what it was, but I know he was injured. But I knew it was only going to be like a month or something. Let's go to Ottawa here. Ottawa, the only chances I'm taking here is Duclair, Colin White, Brady Tkachuk. I do think these guys are in play. Maybe you exploit that power play as a nice little mini stack here. You know, the Chabot, the Brady Tkachuk, that sort of thing here. It's interesting. I do have an interest here in Ottawa, but I just don't know if I want to pay $5K for the Brady Tkachuk and the $4,400 for Bobby Ryan. I just don't know there. I mean, I think I'd probably rather take a stab on Colin White and Anthony Duclair than to play heavy prices on Ottawa. Now, that being said, I'm the other way when it comes to Edmonton here. Edmonton, give me stacks all day. I don't think anything is going to stop a team from putting up 4 to 5 goals on Ottawa. I don't care whether they're home, away, or anything. So McDavid, in play for me. Nugent Hopkins, he's in play for me. Draisaitl, in play for me. All 3 of these big boys are going to be a part of a 3-man stack. I might add Gagne in there just for good measure and grab 4 guys. If I don't grab Gagne at 4K, I'm going to try to even backfill them with a defenseman as well. Whether it be Darnell Nurse, whether it be Oscar Klefblom, both these guys are in play. It will cost me a lot, but this will be a mega stack that I'm highly involved in. I would presume it's going to be Stellaris as he came in for Koskinen. Or it was vice versa, maybe. Maybe it was – I know that the one got benched here. A week ago, we're projecting Anderson and Koskinen. So keep an eye on that, guys, as well. But, yeah, Edmonton's goalie is in play for me, even though I'm trying to think here. Ottawa's not shooting a lot from what – well, let me see. Usually the teams get me Ottawa's giving up 305, taking 267 shots. Yeah, I have interest in Edmonton's goalie here. Koskinen got pulled today. Yeah, I was going to say, Raiders, I didn't think they'd put Koskinen back-to-back with Stellaris there. Then I would think it's Stellaris that's going to be projected here. So let's keep going here. And I'm going to breeze through these a little bit quicker just so we can kind of do a little mock lineup build here. We're about 23 minutes in, so we're doing all right on time. So we got Arizona. We got the Vancouver Canucks traveling to Arizona to take on the Arizona Coyotes. Arizona 135 home favor with an over-under 5.5. I would imagine yeah, it's Darcy Kemper projected as of 6 hours ago with Thatcher Demko. You know what, guys? Arizona's in play for me again. They're starting to score a little bit more. Maybe not that 6-goal night that you see Toronto and Washington and the Sharks put up, but they've been getting a consistent 2-3 goals. And look at this production and look at this cost. $5,300 for Derek Stepan, Josh Archibald, $3,200, Lawson Krause. You can do a full pair stack there. So if you're doing that Edmonton at 4 people, where's your backfill? Your backfill can run with these guys as you're getting a $2,900 second liner, a $3,200 second liner, who get a fair amount of ice time. Stepan on that first power play unit, and I thought some of those other guys got some. line time. But if not, even Krause and Archibald got assists from a Derek Stepan goal the other night. And certainly a lot of production coming from that second line. And they are on home ice. Remember that. And we got Demko in for Vancouver here. So I do like the way that Arizona's line 2 is. Line 1, Keller, Cousins, Galchenyuk. Sure, I would do that in a GPP kind of system over a cash play. A cash play, I'm probably looking at line 2 here just for that safety kind of measure, because the production's been a little more consistent, and you get 22 shots here with Stepan. And like I said, Ekman-Larsson. I said he might be back playing well. Now that he's getting on the scoreboard at 4,200, I certainly have interest in Ekman-Larsson. Certainly. Vancouver. And I do have interest in Kemper as well. Going over here to Vancouver side, still, it's Pettersson, it's Besser. I like to add Horvat in just for that. That's what your power play ends up here. Horvat, Besser, Levo, Pettersson, and Hutton. Pettersson and Horvat and Besser are a good, if you would expect to attack Kemper. I would only do this in a very low-cost kind of GPP because Kemper's been lights out. I know he did give up 3 against the Panthers the other night, but he did get the win. So I don't want to attack them too much. So I'm probably going to fade these guys here. Demko, we don't even got stats for in there. So next game up, guys, we got Florida Panthers traveling to the Vegas, take on the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas, a 190 home favorite with an over-under 6.0. I mean, if we're talking about the Vegas team a couple months ago, we probably wouldn't even be opening this Florida page. But it is a Vegas team that we can exploit a little bit more now. And play. I should say that too. For me, second line, guys, no doubt. Max Pacioretty, Mark Stone. These guys, unbelievable game the other night. I think Mark Stone had 6 shots on goal. Max Pacioretty had 8 shots on goal. I think Pacioretty had 2 goals himself. So these guys are in play. Add Stastny with it. Very affordable line with a good bit of production. Mark Stone, you see here on Power Play 1. You wish you got that power play correlation, but you don't, but you do with Stastny and Pacioretty on line 2. If you didn't want to play Stastny here and you wanted to spend up a little bit more, Riley Smith at 5K, I would consider him over your Stastny here. I do understand one's a winger and one is a center. That's really my plays there. Defensively speaking, we saw Braden McNabb, 2,700 with a goal there. Maybe that's a sign of things to come. I wouldn't mind taking a shot again to see if he can back that up with another goal. Shea Theodore, certainly been playing better. 2 goals, a lot of shots and blocks here in the past 5 at 4,700, worth another shot. England, 3,300. Consistent stats. Not a lot of points. He's not going to have you that high ceiling, but at least he will not get you that goose egg on the defensive side of things. Going over to Florida here. I still always say the power play's been their silver lining, so I always say why not go to it, which is your Dadonov, Barkov, Huberdeau. It is pricey. It is pricey. What do we got even strength-wise, though, for Florida? Not a lot of shots. Goals for even strength, 28 here. So you do got options on both sides of things. Whether you want to run that Huberdeau, Barkov power play, first-line connection, and add in Vetrano. I see no goals there in the past 5, but Vetrano's not been terrible. Or you just exploit the second line here with Hoffman, Trocheck, and Dadonov. A little more affordable, leaving your options open. A lot of shot production coming from that second line as well. So this could be a game stack situation depending which Vegas team shows up, because we know Fleury's not really been the Fleury we've seen a while back. I mean, it is projected Luongo, but nothing really recent to confirm that's the truth. So we got Luongo here, a great price tag, $6,900, potentially in line for the win, guys. So he's not out of my lineup. 8,300 for Fleury. You see that save percentage just under 90%. You can exploit that, I think, from the Florida side. Last game of the night, guys, we got the Dallas Stars heading to Los Angeles to take on the Los Angeles Kings. Dallas, a 120 road favorite, 5.5 over-under here, guys. Still not going to open up the Kings, guys. I can't do it. I can't do it at all. Maybe we'll look at the lineup build we do, but I just can't see myself getting there. When it comes to Dallas, Dallas just isn't a good road team. We can say that. We did see, plus going down to the injuries, look what we got here. Jamie Benn's down there. He's day-to-day. He might be back. He might not. Zuccarello out for 6 weeks, I believe. So, I mean, it's just a shame that these guys really did, that Zuccarello got hurt the first game. Going over here, though, Radulov and Sagan's where you're going to be, but these productions, I don't know where you're getting them from. I mean, I could see this being a 2-1 type game, to be honest here. I don't see a lot of goals coming our way. Heck, I don't even know if I see shots. Where's Dallas at here? Dallas taking only 252 even strength shots. Los Angeles 243, and not giving up to any. So, I mean, even to expect the Kings goalie for the win, he's not going to see many shots. But that's where I'm at, guys. That's the slate. Just to recap here, guys, though, looking like I got high interest in Columbus Blue Jackets. I got interest in Boston, interest in Edmonton. The Coyotes, some interest as well. Vegas, interest on that second line, but the Panthers backfill. So let's just see if we can't create a lineup here. So lineups here. If Raiders is still online, this is what he's been waiting on. He's there trying to figure out my tips here. I don't know. So here's my two lineups, though, guys. I got a lot of time to gain here. I'm at winning 1880 on this one. I need some points here, guys, from Varlamov here. I still have left with Adam Henrique and Corey Perry left. So some good plays there just to show you what I've been doing. And hey, I'm not lying to you. Like this lineup here, I just have McDavid, Landeskog there, Klefblom, Stetcher, and Vasilevsky. So let's see. Tomorrow's lineup, we're going to create a quick slate or quick lineup here. Let me see what time we're at here. Make sure I don't bore you to death. 30 minutes. 30 minutes, guys. So this is great. And hopefully that $18 will come in handy here. So for me and what I'm doing, guys, favorite night, favorite plays, I still have to go to Edmonton here. I said about it being a mega stack. Let's see what we can do there. Let's see what we can do. These, like I said, all three centers. A little different strategy running three centers there right off the bat. But hey, why not? So what do we want to pair that with, guys? Like I said, that Boston 2's pricey here. So, I mean, I got to look for a little savings certainly coming out of that. Let's check our goalie situation. Where are we going to get that goalie? I'm going to look down here first, starting off. Could open here at 7,700. Yeah, stop that, Cole. Stop that, Cole. We need freaking Lightning to score. I mean, I rarely go for Tampa Bay here. But let's get back to the slate hand. Cole got me sidetracked here. You know what? Let's go Khudobin here with the Kings, against the Kings here for the potential win. Leaves us 4,200. So that being said, I'm going to go down. I'm going to look for some cheap defensemen next, just to get that out of the way. I said I had a guy get 2,700, Braden McNabb goal the other night. Boom, I'm going to plug him in. I said 2,900 was Dan Girardi. Had me a goal. I don't see him getting that. So you know what? Let's pair Zaitsev. No, he's not going to score here. That's just I'm pinching points here, really. Let's go Lovejoy. At least 5,100. Pacioretty and Stone. Let's see if we can fit that in. I have no issues, Cole. If I need to pull out one of these, I would probably pull out Nugent Hopkins and just take the chance here. Or no, I would pull out Draisaitl maybe. Nah. Because Nugent Hopkins was listed as first on that first line. So, and I think I'd rather have how what, Cole? Let's see. So we want Pacioretty and Stone. There's Stone. There's Pacioretty. What? Oh, look at that. Leaves us 34 even. What? You know what? That's great. So we're down to 3,400, guys. And certainly some options here at 3,300. Duclair at Edmonton. I wouldn't mind taking a shot on Duclair. Well, let's keep going, though, see if there's anyone else out there. Krause, 2,900 here, Arizona. And look at this here, guys. I do want to show you the stats here for it and see what Krause has done 10 games here. You see here a 4.5, a 4, a 4, a 0.5, a 1, a 4, a 0.5, a 0. So recently here, what do we got? 3. So his past 3 games have been a minimum of 4 points for Krause. And I think there's even the other guy is on under 3K for Arizona as well. Let me see here. Archibald was the other one. Archibald last game had an assist for 2.5. His 10 games split another good 2.5, 4, 2, 4.5, 1.5, 4.5, 5 there. You know what? Let's throw Archibald in tomorrow at 32. Put you at 200 salary left over. You know, I think me and Cole can say that we both kind of like that. You know, we got some power play action there. We got some great correlation, great potential. I'm going to save that lineup, and I'll put her in a contest tomorrow. And you know what, Cole? You got it, buddy. I do this for you. I do this for you, buddy. As you're creating contests at 3 in the morning, I'm doing a video late night for you. So here we go. Keller Galchenyuk. You got it, buddy. And note, this is not all Cole that can do that, guys. You want to follow the chat here. You want to throw in a lineup. I'd probably do another one for you as well. But all right, so what do we got? Keller and Galchenyuk here. So let's go over here. We're running Galchenyuk and we're running Keller here, and we're definitely taking aim at Demko here. A guy named Thatcher. I don't know how great you can be. I mean, I've never heard of that name. All right. So we got these two guys. We want to take a little more safer goalie stance. Last lineup there we had Kudobin, risky play, a little more risk because Dallas at LA is a little less guarantee. Your biggest guarantee on the slate, according to Vegas, would be playing Fleury. Now, you know what? I'm going to take Fleury. Let's take Fleury. I just folded my Fleury jersey. Maybe that's a sign we're going to pop them in. So now we have two guys here, a little mini stack at Arizona, and we got Fleury. We're going to one-off Cam Atkinson is what we're going to do. And I certainly agree with that, Cole. Now, that's just – he's going to have 6 shots tomorrow. Mark my word, he has 6 shots tomorrow, Cam Atkinson. All right, so we got Arizona here, and we're gonna definitely. That's a good pick. 4,200, I think he was. Ekman Larson, there he is. Oh, Cole, Victor Hedman scores. Tampa Bay wins in overtime. Sorry, buddy. All right, so now these are me and Cole's picks, a collaborative effort. We got 5,075. Very nice price tag left. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to look for defense. Like I said, I want mid 3. So I'm going to go and I'm going to find a mid 3. Mid 3. What's Scott Mayfield looking like? Hey, that's all we care about, Cole, man. Hey, at the end of the day, I'm not out trying to make rich. I just want to get back more than I put in. You know what? Derek England here, 3,300. He's been having, last game he got an assist, 2.5. We got the Fleury in here, so let's do a Derek England as our other defense here. So we got 3 guys left with an average of 56, 66. That's beauty. That is beautiful. And you know what? I know Cole wanted to one-off Cam Atkinson, but I'm going to turn that one-off into a mini stack with Panarin. You want to throw Duchene? Let me just open this up real fast here just to see it. Are they getting power play correlation or – I mean, we don't know how true this is. Duchene was definitely on that first line with Atkinson, but they are they got Dubois up there again. I don't know why. Why would they want Dubois there? I mean, Duchene's a complete upgrade. You know what? You're right. Let's just throw Duchene there. I think so too. I mean, their power play hasn't been the best according to some stats, but I think we can get away with it. Now we're down to 2,700, which, we got Riley Sheahan here now. You know what? What about Fisher? What's his 10-game look like? 1. Not really. Basically got a little bit of funds left. Not much here, guys. You're basically looking for a guy that's not going to go blah. OTA scored the other night. Look at that. Yeah, last game he had 6.5 points. Let's see his 10-game split, 0.5. Yeah, we probably got his game out of the way. I guess we're going to run 2.5 there. Yeah, why not? Let's run Bellemare. So we're going to run Bellemare. I think you might be able to take a chance on Kempe too. This Adrian Kempe. Let's look at his splits. Home game's a little less productive here. 10 games. Kempe had that good run rate here a few games ago where he got points in 3 straight. Potential play, but really, I mean, this is well, you want to downgrade. All right, let's take out England. We'll just go for that dumpster fire D. We're going to dumpster fire D that below 23. You know what? Let's run that. What's Fed in there? Yeah, I mean, they're 24th. Yeah, why not run Fed in there? Who cares, right? And guys, you get your fair pick. I mean, if you want a different D, there's, you're really looking at, 1 to 2 points here. But that gives us 3,400. Certainly a lot better guys to work with than what we had. You got Nick Cousins here from Arizona. Only had 0.7. He had a shootout goal. He's got that 6-point ceiling there in the past 10. Spezza here, third line here. I think he does get power play time. You see the last game's 2.5. You got a 4-pointer there. 7.5. Look at that. Look at that ceiling there. 7.5 ceiling there with Spezza. Even Lawton has been doing a little bit. But, yeah, he had that 6.5 and he had a 5. Really looking at this, I'm okay with it, and I'm okay to roll with Spezza. And, once again, you got down to that 200 spot. Overall, 2 very viable lineups. Kind of stacks to make or break stacks, right? I mean, I think that's the way this lineup's going to be. I think you're going to I think we're going to see stacks scoring tomorrow. Like me and Cole are kind of, I think, both on the same page here. I think that McDavid could have a huge game, couple goals here, a 3-point game potentially against this Ottawa team that's dumpster fire, like I said. I think the Boston, 1 or 2, could shock Domingue, could send Domingue out of the net, to be honest with you. I think Coyotes, with the way that both of their top 2 lines have been performing, could really lay it on Thatcher. And Vegas, Mark Stone played terrific in his first game with Max Pacioretty. Florida, call them the wild card. I don't know what they do. Sometimes you can see them get 4 or 5 goals. Sometimes they're on the road, and if they don't get a power play, they're going to get 1 or 2 goals. I mean, and I just can't see much on that Stars-Kings game. As you see in our lineup, you hope that Spezza gets a goal or 2. That'd be nice. You know what? I don't want to get greedy. Spezza, give me an assist, a block, and a shot. 3 points. We'll call it a day. Maple Leafs Islanders, I still see it going low scoring. I think those are hockey fans. We know what it could turn out to be, but I'm not seeing it as high scoring. And Columbus, we stacked them, guys, because we're expecting them to come out much like Montreal. Montreal was a game late on Cole's notebook there. Cole wanted them against the Devils. Wasn't it the Devils? Yeah, Devils. He wanted it against the Devils. Came out, it was against the Detroit Red Wings for 7 goals. I think tomorrow the script is set that Columbus is going to put up 5 goals on Philly. So hopefully it is that line 1. That being said, guys, this is the show. As always, thanks to Cole. Thanks to Raiders. You guys are great fans. Keep us going here. Tweet us out, guys, at DFS Quarry on the Twitter machine. If you want to join the Slack channel, there's a Slack app. We talk hockey pretty much around the clock. We would try to get poll questions. I've been busy. Hopefully I get to do a little bit more. Maybe I'll do them right in the morning, throw out 2 to 3 poll questions on, I just kind of gauge the rim or try to gauge what I'm thinking. But as always, if you guys want a poll question, put it out there. I'll change it into a poll question for us, and we'll get some insight. Hopefully we can grow that Slack channel to be a little bit bigger, maybe get 10, 15, 20 people consistently. But thanks, Raiders, as always, buddy. And we will see you tomorrow. Hopefully Joe will be back and myself for DFS Quarry's main slate breakdown. Have a good night, folks.